the Lakers owner, what a big day this is for him. The LA Lakers have won it at home, their second world championship in 3 years, and their third world championship since moving to Los Angeles.
Good morning to fans of the Los Angeles Lakers and only fans of the Los Angeles Lakers. Welcome to the Lakers Central Podcast, brought to you by the Overtime Media Network. I'm your host, Alex. Please subscribe to the podcast and follow me on social media at Lakers Central 365. Really special episode, guys. I got Jorge Sedano, host of the Sedano Show on ESPN, to come on and talk Lakers basketball. So I'm not even going to waste anybody's time. Let's just get right into my conversation with Jorge. I want to welcome host of the Sedano Show on ESPN and literally one of my favorite guys to listen to, Jorge Sedano. What's up, Jorge? Thanks for coming on Lakers Central.
What's up, bud? Oh, man, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. What's up?
No problem, man. So, Lakers Central, we want to talk Los Angeles Lakers, right? I want to ask you a few questions and start at the top of the house. So, when Dr. Buss died, many Lakers fans thought that Jim Buss wasn't the answer. And when Jeanie finally fired him, it was met with a sigh of relief until she hired Magic, which put Lakers fans in a weird space. When Magic stepped down in April, everyone thought that Jeanie should go after Bob Myers, Masai, someone whose name matched the brand of the Lakers, but she stuck with Rob Pelinka. Team's 21-3. How much credit does Jeanie deserve at this point?
Jeanie deserves some credit. I would say if anyone deserves, she deserves credit because she stuck to her guns, right? I'm not going to dispute that. But I think that what she deserves the most credit for is bringing in LeBron James, or stabilizing a franchise enough, despite all that happened last year, that the previous season LeBron James felt that he was comfortable doing it, right? We'd heard the stories that Kobe had allegedly told her that unless, you get this thing, if you don't right the ship, he's not coming, right? And we could say what we want about Magic and the way it all turned out, but that was enough to convince LeBron. And yes, last year was turbulent. Last year had a number of things that rarely happen, right? LeBron never gets hurt, and he got hurt last year. I still think the Lakers probably would have made the playoffs last year, even with a roster that didn't necessarily fit, had LeBron just been healthy the whole season. Because you see him now, and granted, he's been rested as he's been basically since year 2 of his career, but I think that is the biggest thing. So I give her credit for stabilizing the organization early on, and yeah, like sticking through some stuff. And I want to give Rob credit for this. Rob did the smart thing by consulting LeBron and Anthony Davis on everything. I think that, to me, is the thing that he deserves the most credit for. And look, I'm not saying that a lot of these players or all these players weren't his idea, but the fact that he collaborated, I think, is what he deserves the most credit for.
Yeah, I think when you have a superstar, any team would be wise to consult that superstar. And that's what they've done, and they did so with Anthony Davis when they decided to bring in Dwight as an example. Let me ask you this. Last year, it felt like everything leaked to the media, and everything was all over social media. Drama isn't new to the Lakers. That's kind of what they do. But this year, we haven't heard a peep. And so I'm just going to ask, is it because they're winning? Does that cover everything up? Or is it because Magic is no longer officially associated with the organization?
I mean, it's probably the winning more than anything else. But Magic does love to talk. I think that's fair to say. But that's what makes him Magic. But I do think that mostly the winning masks all the deficiencies, right? Like, look, when LeBron was in Miami, and I covered him for those years there were plenty of things that went on behind the scenes. But you didn't hear a lot about it outside of that first year where things were super duper noisy because we'd never seen anything like that before.
Right.
And the ratings dictated that because the numbers for that season are as good as any season the NBA has ever had.
Wow.
At least in the modern era where cable became a thing. So I just think it's that. And LeBron too, early on, right, in Cleveland. The first couple years, there was the whole Kevin Love thing, fit in or fit out. But I think a lot of that was, remember that first year they started 19-20 in Cleveland. And then they got the thing rolling and they were humming along. And I think that you heard less and less of the noise. So I think because of that, that's the biggest thing. I mean, Magic is I mean, that's funny to talk about. And I'm not saying it's not true, but the winning masks all that stuff.
Thanks for watching this Lakers Central podcast trailer. You can listen to the full episode on iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, TuneIn, or Castbox by searching Laker Central. Please subscribe to my channel as well as my podcast on a platform of your choosing. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Laker Central 365. Thank you so much for watching.
Ready to celebrate a championship. There's the final seconds. As the buzzer sounds, it's official. The Lakers are NBA champions once again. LA wins the 2009 NBA title.
The Lakers repeat